Hi, I'm Beatrice Mallard and I identify as a gay transgender African American Muslim. Please enjoy this video.
So, in today's video, I'd like to talk about this certain something that's confusing me in this Facebook group called Anti-Fascist Action. And, well, the whole thing was deleted. So, thankfully, I screen recorded it. And that's why things might be a little awkward because I'm actually playing the video of what I recorded earlier. But you can see I posted this. Should anti-fascists confront people who protest the government lockdowns and mask mandates? And you can see Tony Tagliavorve, who's a monitor, answered. Tony Taglialavor, I don't know how to say it. This person commented, always when given the opportunity to confront the fash on the streets. Had my own run-in. Were you running? Or you mean run in? With these, oh, he's probably speaking to his phone. Had my own run-in with these Fs. Problem being, these protesters attract the loonies from the far right. Okay, so he's saying that these protests are not fascist. It's just that they attract far right fascists and liberals and the left. But as a group, they stick. I think he means stink of fash. So no excuse running M out of town. See, that's confusing to me because he's saying to run liberals and left wingers out of town along with the far right. So I responded, so these protesters against lockdowns and stuff might include left wingers and right wingers? He responded 100%. Got a vid from a far right feck that I will post saying how these anti-vaxxers have brought folk that in the past would have kicked the living shit out of themselves together. So I responded, huh? And because, like, I'm not sure what he's saying. And I also wrote, I'm confused by, quote, folk that in the past would have kicked the living shit out of themselves altogether, unquote. And he responded, nay bother. So I responded, huh? And he responded, no problem. And so he responded, could you please make sense? And your comments don't make sense. Could you please write intelligible comments? Thank you. So he responded, no problem. Bit busy at Mo. So that means moment. So we'll get back to you later today with a detailed reply regarding your question. And I thanked him or her. Don't want to assume his gender. Her gender. Don't want to assume that person's gender. So I also wrote, when you write, quote, no excuse running him out of town, unquote, do you mean, quote, no excuse not running him out of town, unquote? Because I think he was trying to say run them out of town, you know. Tony responded 100%. If they're there, like as in over there, lining up, he means if they are lining up with the fash, they are fash. Oh, okay, well, that's very nuanced. Actually, it is. And I mean, like, sorry, I'm anti-fascist, but I'm not that black and white about it. I mean, that's pretty anti-intellectual, like anti-thinking. So he said, kick him out of town, chase him out of town. And I responded, thanks. Not because I agree, but because he told me what he thinks. So I showed my brother this because, you know, he has different views than me and I don't like everything about him, but he is my brother. And so, as you can see, I wrote, I promised my brother that I would ask you this question. If Group A protests against government power and Group B shows up to attack them, isn't Group A anti-fascist because they oppose government power, and isn't Group B acting as foot soldiers for the government? And also, I should have put corporations because, you know, at this point, if you're protesting against the vaccine and masks, you're kind of, you know, costing, they call it profit loss, I think, for these companies. Like, they don't get as much money. And I'm sure that they you know, pay senators and Congress people and whatnot to keep this stuff going because it profits both of them. And if you look up the definition of fascism, it has a lot to do with the merging of government power and industry power or corporate power together, and also just being authoritarian. So Tony responded, I did post a video that basically explained the current situation with the anti-vaxxers, how known fascists are welcome and how known fascists are welcoming everyone regardless of their political views into these protests. For me, so he's admitting that these people, at least some of them, are not fascists. He's literally saying these people are not fascists, and then he's saying that they are. So, and my brother, he kind of laughed at that. He's like, yeah, that's what you people are like. You just and like, that just makes me mad. And like, I don't identify with this level of stupidity. So he continues, for me being a non-keyboard warrior, that was the jab at me, I know the enemy. I know when to confront them, and I know regardless of your background, if you are lining up with fascists, expect the worst. And so he's even saying, even if they don't know, because like, he says, to be honest, I don't think personally, unless you have been in a protest, fight, and gotten your hands dirty, no end of explanations would be enough to answer your question. Well, that's pretty anti-intellectual, isn't that, buddy? That's pretty much saying, like, fight, don't think. Watch the video and make your own mind up. And I did click on it, and the content was no longer available. So I responded to him, or her, sorry, or she, or any other gender that Tony might be. So you are advocating for Group A to attack Group B, because some of the people in Group B are fascists, despite the rest of Group B being anti-fascist. That means you advocate for, so you are advocating for Group A to attack Group B because some of the people in Group B are alleged fascists. And at this point, I have to put alleged. This guy doesn't know his ass from a hole in the wall. So, like, if he says they're fascists, you can't just believe him. So you are advocating for Group A to attack Group B because some of the people in Group B are alleged fascists, despite the rest of Group B being anti-fascists in the sense of opposing totalitarianism. That means that you advocate for fascism/Nazism. That's what the National Socialist German brown shirts and the Italian and Spanish black shirts, those are, the fascists and the Nazis before they gained power. That's what they did. They attacked people who opposed totalitarianism because some of those people were communists. And, some of those people weren't. They were just, people protesting this, that, the other. I mean, I don't really know. You got to get into the nitty gritty, but they were attacking people who were, innocent people for their political side. I am a communist. I do not think it is right for fascists or Nazis to attack communists or attack people who are not communists, not Nazis, and not fascists. But you are literally arguing for literal fascist, I meant fascism, literal fascist and Nazi tactics for the same reason. And I wrote, you support totalitarianism. I also added, but simply protesting government oppression those people are doing. And you're literally arguing for these tactics for the same reason that fascists and Nazis argued for those tactics. You support totalitarianism. And you can see I took out that last part just to make them actually think for the same reason, So that's that. And so you can see he answered, sorry, but that did make me laugh. Start getting involved in the streets, and then you can question my views, policy, laugh emoji, laugh emoji. So I responded something when I told him the video doesn't play. You can see that was up there. Okay, so now we can see that you have no excuse for supporting fascism, because he would have made an argument, or she or whatever would have made an argument. If you had one, you would offer it. You are fascist. I will tell other anti-fascists, and I will, about you. You right-wing troll or something. You right-wing Nazi fascist. And then he laugh emoji that you could see is Tony or she or whatever. Tony answered, now I know you are a troll. And then so I tried to comment, and you could see that the no permission to, so like, sorry, you may not have permission to add this comment, or the original post may have been deleted. So either he kicked me out of the group I was thinking, or he deleted the post or something, or the subthread maybe. And so I went to the group to see if I was still in it, and I was still in it, even though this person was a moderator. And so I posted, I am confused, or maybe not. But there is a mod here that is literally arguing for fascism. Tony Taglialavori is her name. See, that's something that that's like a gender neutral term, but I don't think people get that one. So I put this Tony is this person's name. They are literally saying that people should do the bidding of the government and go and attack anti-fascists. And I was allowed to post it. And as of maybe an hour or so ago, nobody has replied to that, and I don't think that I've been kicked out of that group. But isn't that like hate speech? You know, like if you're saying attack a group of people and you're not even saying unless they're a person of color or LGBT or part of a protected class, then you're advocating for attacking people who are, you know, oppressed people of special class. You know, those are protected class people. Immigrants, people of color, people who are not of able-bodied age, or say people who are, say, overweight, you know, all those things, you know, LGBT people, people of color, and stuff like that, and women. So, like, he's advocating for attacking all these kind of people, and he's even saying no matter what their views, well, he's saying even if they're not fascist, you know, and he knows that they're literally acting out anti-fascism by protesting overreach of the government. He's literally arguing for attacking brown antifas, black antifas, LGBT antifas, etc.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. Thanks very much. Leave me a comment and make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks. Oh, praises be to Allah and His Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. Bye.